Good morning, my dear teacher and my dear colleagues. My name is SDB Vitanagi, a student of Eurasian campus following a degree program BEd TESOL. Today I have a special presentation on English phonetics and phonology. Let's see what today's topic. Today's topic is on primary and secondary principles of vowels and consonant formation. First foremost, let's identify what is linguistics. Actually, according to the third slide of the presentation, you can see the definition of the linguistics. It is a scientific study of the language, of its structure, including the study of syntax, means sentences, semantics, meaning of the sentences, phonetics, and phonology. On the same way, we can categorize this word linguistics in the following ways. They are phonetics, phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, pragmatics, sociolinguistics, psycholinguistics, historical linguistics, applied linguistics, computational linguistics, and neurolinguistics. On the fourth slide, we are going to pay our attention on first two topics such as phonetics and phonology. We can describe and give a definition in the following way. Phonetics is a human sound making system, while phonology is a study how to sound function. We must deeply know phonetics is a science, while phonology is a branch of linguistics. As today, our explanation goes towards the primary and secondary principles of vowels and consonants. We are going to talk about phonetics. Especially, we must understand phonetics provides methods, descriptions, classifications, and transcription. Here, fifth slide indicates the components we are going to learn about phonetics. They are articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, auditory phonetics. These main components specially based on human sounds. On sixth slide, we are going to introduce you what are the principles of vowels. They are of two types: primary principles of vowels, secondary principles of vowels. Let's first take a look at the primary principles of vowels. We can categorize it as the following ways. First one is tongue height, second one is tongue advancement, third one is lip rounding, fourth one is monophthong and diphthong. Tongue height describes high, mid, and low. As above chart indicates, as that is based on the vertical movements of the tongue. Tongue advancement is basically classified as front, central, back. According to the horizontal movements of the tongue, we call it as it. Diphthong explains as the above vowel sound. As examples for unrounded vowels as A, E, I, and as rounded vowels O and U. Fourth one is monophthong and diphthong. They provide pure vowel sounds during the pronunciation. Above chart shows what are the monophthong we can use as examples. Then our attention goes towards the diphthong. It is a complex vowel that start with the one vowel sound and the articulatory position shifts from vowel to one vowel to another. Both monophthong and diphthong are adding color and distinctiveness for words and their meaning. On the seventh slide here, we are going to explain about secondary principles of vowels we can categorize. It categorized as following. First one is nasalization, second one is ectoflexion, third one is narrow and broad, fourth one is voiced and voiceless. According to the picture, it clearly shows air escapes through the nasal cavities we are studying is as nasalization. The tip of the tongue moves towards the hard palate that is called as retroflexion. Example, girl and curl. You can clearly see the chart how to narrow variant and broad variant are taken place. It can classify as closed, mid and open vowels. Next one is voiced and voiceless. Mean how glottis or vocal cords are vibrating. You feel it with hand or throat. On the eighth slide, we are going to discuss the principles of consonants. It can be divided into major two parts such as primary principles of consonants, secondary principles of consonants. Here we know what are the primary principles of consonants. They are of four types: place of articulation, manner of articulation, voicing, aspiration. According to the above first chart, you can clearly see the classifications of place of articulation: bilabial, labiodental, dental, alveolar, postalveolar, rectoflex, palatal, velar, uvular, glottal. Now we are going to explain the manner of articulation. They are of eight types: plosive, stop, nasal, fricative, affricate, approximant, lateral approximant, trill, tap or flap. It is similar with the voiced and voiceless chords vibrate during the articulation of the sound. They are voice sounds. On the other hand, the vocal cords do not vibrate during the articulation of the sound. They are called voiceless sounds. Aspirations are two types: aspirated voices, aspirated stops, and unaspirated stops. For accurate pronunciation and comprehension, aspiration of the consonants are truly important. Above chart indicates the aspirated stops and unaspirated stops. The ninth slide indicates the secondary principles of consonants. It can be categorized in the following ways: secondary articulation, voice onset time, totalization, core articulation, syllabicity, ejective and implosive consonants, click consonants, and linguistics and social vibration. Secondary articulation can be categorized into several parts such as palatalization, varialization, labialization, nasalization, voice tone set tone time, and glottalization. After that, co-articulation. Finally, we are going to pay our attention on social linguistic status, age, gender, ethnicity, geographic region, influence with the language use. Sociolinguistic means different linguistic forms and social functions. Dialect means a special language specific for a particular region or a social group. Summary of what we have discussed today. Throughout our discussion, we talk about the primary and secondary principles of vowels and consonants. For the language development, it is crucial to know about the origin or the source of language and how one can deeply study it for the purpose of fully understanding these concepts on well-balanced and authentic manner. One can study deeply. Surely he or she will be aware of the things that he or she must learn through the process. I am going to wind up the presentation. Thank you for being with me. Thank you.